here's the mucosa layer, and again we have simple columnar. We've got a little bit of goblet cells that I'll increase that magnification for, but those also go around the villi, or the villus. And then lamina propria would be everything that's all underneath here, spread out through. And then these are going to be our intestinal glands, sometimes called the crypts of Lieberkuhn there, but these are all the intestinal glands. So just like gastric glands are in the stomach, these are intestinal glands because we're in the intestine. So they get a name change. But again, each one of these projections is going to be a villus on here. And then a little bit more difficult to see, but it's still there. That muscularis mucosa layer is this bottom layer that kind of supports, you can think of it as supporting that mucosa layer. And then some mucosas underneath that. But let's move up to a higher magnification here. Okay, so you have the majority of the line, or the cell type is the simple columnar, but then you have these spots every so often. Those are goblet cells. And that's again to secrete mucus, which is kind of nice to have in the intestine there. But most of it's going to be the simple columnar that goes around, but again, the little spots, those are going to be the goblet cells. This is lamina propria, so anything that's underneath that cell layer. And then as we move down further, like those would be intestinal glands there. And again, they can be further down. We're running out of room. In that mucosa layer. And then here is that muscularis mucosa right there. And what would this be? Submucosa. All right, so outside the submucosa is the muscularis externa layer. And so we'll come down here. So there's our muscularis externa layer. And you should be able to see both layers. So tell me when the layer starts to change. Oh, good job. All right. So we see this kind of line here. So above that would be what layer? Circular of the muscularis externa, and down here would be the longitudinal. So we'll see if we can move up and see if there's an actual good delineation between the two. There it is. See it? What are you talking about? Right there. You see that? See how it's kind of a smear effect almost on the top half here? And then we get kind of a more curved pattern there. I see the same curved pattern I see. But I see some swirling right here. Now we should theoretically be able to see the ganglion in this thing, but it's so much better in the colon. Yeah, it's hard unless you know what you're really looking at. This kind of area right there, that would form part of that ganglion, where the nerves come in between the two layers of the circular and longitudinal to help with secretions and motility. But again, the colon's going to be so much better. There's another. Like that, see that swirling? Move it up. See that swirling there? Kind of in the middle as well. Yeah, kind of in the middle, top, northeast. Yeah. Okay. So again, circular versus longitudinal, you should be able to see the difference there. Top of circular. So again, if you see it this way, you should really be able to see a difference between the two.
It looks like the top is
like what?
It's long. It look like the top is long, but the bottom is the.
No, you have to think about it, circles going around, and so when they cut it, it makes these big, long lines around, and the longitudinal, they cut it, and it looks like straws. Like when you cut straws, at the end of the straws.
It's opposite of
Opposite of what you probably think, yeah. Okay, so Ileum. Oh, look!